Wadineni akwa eye la General Hospital sia empenyufo esie no chemu se aban no aye krado so obehwe amanimani mu ya edan no eya ya sabia ni bewie na adehye enyemu emfaso
sanso ne yakwa santemantema droba fo kire se wono mo kwan a wo nam so nyina enye nti aban nye bibi mfa ho
immigration officer yesusu se nadamfo na waje ne nkwa efiri ne nsem ene court esan ekwa asetena ewo nasem no so amomatu ahye busumi ne da eto so aduonu mienu esan so mo twen report ebedan ye di anase ebe kire ne nti a ofa so ewuye
ensem pika won ye de bremo kase boimu
ye de aseda no ekwa ma this way chocolate drink yeside ewu hia ene enso share your special ice ne mineral water ne ne drinks assorted best point savings and loans best assurance you to nchine need fufu nita benkwan omunyina ebo ye chidom ni nyumeku nkaye bi abayetimide ensem no abremo enwumrei akenkan fo aye ba besomo eyeme abna ba yi nyano mene
akosia sapon ye bo era ensem ni mu dia mampanyi John Dramani Mahama akwa bie 12 annual public service conference na enhyehyɛ yahodo bebre na mpanimfo ede agu akwan mu mampanyi ekire se ade ba akwa esi nani so ewo titiw ne aban adwuma mu afe akanifo ahodo a wo mu di enwumakuo ahodo no anim no enru afimpinu ne aduasa 2030 na wo mu ahwɛ ama emma kanifo ana wo emma wo menya position ahodo no bese oha mu nchichemu aduonum wo fa sa kwan so ebo mampanyi abedi akire abaso mi kire Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agima oba wodi kan obeye vice president he wo Ghana mamu ase wo ye nhwesode we nyina akire se aban no ye ne hihye ye ne nneoma yie se de beye a ema nso betimi akọwanim wo akane anase dibre ahodo nim.
We cannot discuss leadership transformation without addressing gender inclusion. This is what I was talking about. Women currently hold about 27% of leadership roles in Ghana's public service. This is a modest improvement, but one that highlights the need for further progress. Today, however, we find ourselves at a historic turning point. For the first time in our nation's history, Ghana has a female vice president, Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agima, a woman of intellect, character, and unwavering dedication to public service. Her elevation is therefore more than just symbolic. It serves as a powerful statement of belief in women's ability to lead at the highest levels of governance. And it also extends an invitation to every institution present here to further the cause of gender equality. Therefore, in accordance with the Affirmative Action Gender Equity Act 2024, Act 1121, I'm instructing all boards and council chairpersons and chief executives to ensure that the objectives of the Act are achieved within the specified dates and benchmarks outlined in the Act. And I mentioned that to you already, 30% by 2026, and 35% by 2028, and 50% by 2030. By then I'll be retired and be on my farm. And so you guys who continue can make sure that you achieve those targets.
Nasa Jumedi Okroya say Yamampenyi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama editu jase a year 24-hour economy bill no where the comrade Shibejefi said the bill musu betimi ashim na omo ajeatumu na aye adwuma yie pa e wo ye man Ghana emu wose mfaso bebre ne be free so aba na wo chemu say 24-hour economy mpo no bill no nyan comrade Shibejefi no ohu senyumekuo bi ahase de ye adwuma e bi etese passport office and afi ports and harbors authority ne nkaye bi oso yade pan to besre se afufuro nyina insua.
Public Chairman, the 24-hour economy program is a cornerstone of my administration's transformation agenda. It represents a bold and pragmatic shift from a raw materials-based economy to a productive, value-added, and globally competitive nation. Through its sub-programs Grow 24, Make 24, Aspire 24, and Fund 24, the initiative aims to optimize the use of land, labor, and capital, and time. Its goal is to boost industrial production, generate over 1.7 million jobs within 4 years, and enhance Ghana's role in regional and global trade. The initiative embodies the new work ethic and productive energy needed to reset Ghana's development model, focusing on efficiency, innovation, and inclusion. We've submitted the 24-Hour Economy Authority Bill to Parliament for consideration. And even as we await the passage of the bill, I wish to commend agencies like the Passport Office, the Ports and Harbours Authority, and other agencies that have initiated the 24-Hour Economy Program and incorporated it into their operations even in advance of the passage of the Authority Bill. Therefore, I urge all public sector institutions to emulate this and integrate the 24-hour economy into their operational and strategic frameworks, and to create sector-specific implementation plans to ensure its success.
Asuyeye ahwe emma nkwada ne omanfo asetene mu bambo eso wo mo aye nhyehyeye de ato ho a sesi a aban edi sika ababeto a wo babeche ede ama wonu mu a ehia wonu buruburu wei eye afiefie mu bese empem ahasa duonum ahanum ni aduowotwe eye 350,580 household ewo memu ni nyina na sika wo mo ekọ na wakwa akohwe ache ede ama efiefie a ehia wo mu buruburu mu ntumi enye hwe no eye 126 million yo pepepe wo ha ne aduonu ensia na mukosi eye wo pepepe no baako eni enum eye 126 million kwa kosi 1.5 million eno eye leap eno no wo mu ahia mu buruburu no ena otu sa na mo no ema wo mo na one nsenthrofo hia ne osofo wono na hwe enkwada ene omanfo asetene mu bamboso Dr. Agnes na momo late ochire mu se aban beye de obetimi bia se de beye wo mu ahia wo mu buruburu no wo mu soso wo mu ho nkyere wo mu ema ne mbroso.
To His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for making this possible. His leadership has ensured the provision of adequate resources to sustain the LEAP program. Notably, his vision has guided the passage of the landmark Social Protection Bill into law, which now provides a strong legal framework to safeguard the rights of the vulnerable and enshrine social protection as a permanent pillar of national development. The 98th payment cycle, which is beginning next week and will directly support 350,580 beneficiary households with cash grants that will positively impact the lives of over 1.5 million individuals across the nation. In this cycle of payment, households with one eligible member will receive 320 Ghana cedis. Household with two eligible members will receive 380 Ghana cedis. Households with three eligible members will receive 440 Ghana cedis. And households with four or more eligible members will receive 530 Ghana cedis. In addition to direct cash support, the ministry has placed strong emphasis on human capital development and productive inclusion for LEAP beneficiaries. More than just altering daily habits, we are empowering households with the tools and opportunities to engage in sustainable, productive activities and self-employment. This shift in behavior and economic activity enables them to maximize the use of LEAP grants, moving from subsistence to investment for long-term resilience and well-being. To this end, the ministry has trained a cadre of master trainers who provide technical support to subnational structures, culminating in the training and regular sensitization of beneficiaries nationwide.
Oswafo wɔhwɛ apɔmuden ensɛm so ɛyɛ odumunyafo kwabnamenta kando ene opanyi ednani ɛkɔhwɛ la General Hospital ɛyɛ baabi a ɔmo ahyase esi no na ɛhɔnom ɛna wɔde etudwa sɛ aban no ayɛ krado sɛ ɔbɛhwɛ ama yɛwie san sɛ akyɛdodo na amanfo da bia na ɔma no dem ɔmo srɛ sɛ mpanyifo ɛnyɛ hu adwuma enwie wɔse aban no pɛ so ɔyɛ ne ntem sɛ de bɛyɛ a wokɔ baabi te sɛ Ridge Hospital ne ayasabea nkaya pressure yɛ ba hɔnom no ano ebetimi abrase sika 130 million Ghana cedis and ochimo asese abandi aba wose yemfa entoaso.
About 7 million euros has been paid, which means that we have about 43 million euros more to pay before the completion of this project. Your guess is as good as mine. So that is the records available. And the second IPC has been raised. As I indicated during my first submission, we have forwarded them to the Ministry of Finance. That is the process. We can't pay you without IPC, without you raising anything. And so it's been raised. We forwarded them to the Ministry of Finance. We've done some follow-ups with the Member of Parliament, myself. The last time I did a follow-up was yesterday. I engaged the Minister for Finance, and the Minister of Finance is committed into ensuring that funds are released for this project to progress. I am happy that today I've come to see the workers on site and they are willing to make progress until any payment is made. And so we'll continue to monitor keenly, and I'll have a special interest in this particular project. As you all know, this is not the first time of coming to this site. I've been here in a different capacity before, so it is my responsibility as a minister of the sector to make sure that this progresses and is finally completed. I think if everything goes on well, we should be done in the next 2 years. If everything goes according to plan, we should be done in the next 2 years. And so we will ensure that in the next budget, an allocation is made for that to continue. We're not going to abandon this site at all. We're going to follow it till it's fully completed.
Yafia ninche asante mantem madrapafo a omo asante mantem mu kyerese won makwan enye kamea yese mantem bebi omo ye adwuma no ekoba sei a ema wo omo adwuma na omo ye no eye den papa nti wo mo ne nsentwofo ahia e de nsem sei na atu edwa.
Transport operators be a more commercial asante mantema ebi free Ghana Private Road Transport Union meche GPRTU ene eye afoforo aka ne youth in some 12 twetwe nkomo ene almost sre eye Ministry of Roads and Highways say onhwe na akwan ahodo no ne asei no wo mo hwe no omonye na wo hwe ka akwanhia ahodo a esi e wo Ghana ha dodo na eye yakwan a enye eno ene maka akwanhia no esisi no ese eture bi a ka timinya akwanhia wo be hwe ekwan a ka enam so no na otume say sa akwanhia we de ebia na nya driver no mfom so na mum kwan na enye ninti no ombesere se ka akwanhia ye amanfo e bodawro e wo Ghana ase eso nti no sa aban no timi ye ekwan no enwo adwuma yi a ebetimi ama ka akwanhia so eso ate emra omo ne YouTube nsem 12 edwetwe nkomo no omo to aso kire mu sei
ya ha oni se ashantiru ji hakura titru bia nka transport benya gina aye adwuma no unya omo rely adwadifo no kra chen yen transport yesu ya mfo mo ama omo tim medidwa na transport Ghana so enu na omani nya profit wo mu de ye omani yi akwan kra na be ye ayi a omo mua enu anse kan eni nam so na de nkwanhia eba ni nyina omo de share drivers ensugo a enye drivers eye ekwan no nti e be sere empanifo tia ebra omugie income tax gie roto no mu ne ye no de e wo so mutimi boa ne kwa no photo ba omutimi ye mayen ne ma driver fo so ehohe ha wo mu na ya omuma dual college no ehia omunche one road no ya faso no because say no atwam e be 4 be 5 be 3 be 2 yes ya idea oba men yikra no ananam one road na we fa enye eno so makwanhia no eba because car tie betimi apai dadeɛ bi betimi abu ebetimi akohyia obi deɛ na de akwanhyia ba nti ɔmo ya kwan no ehia wo
yekuma se kwan ni akwan ahodoɔ ni nyinaa no nokure nie ebehia sɛ aban bɛma nani akɔ ho na ma yadwumadie no atumi akɔ so wa no ɛyade a ɛho hia yɛn paa ɛnyɛ no nko a ɛna ma dwumadie no ɛde ɔhaw ba yɛn spare passes biribia yɛn dollar ebe raise wobɛkɔ dwemu no na yɛn spare passes no so prices no na ɛkɔ soro ɛba saa sɛneɛ yɛntumi mfa yɛpɛ ɛntoto yɛ kaa ti ahyɛntiadeɛ mu no na sɛ aban so ma n'ani kɔ ho na ɔhwɛ sɛneɛ ɛbɛyɛ a yɛbɛtumi adi nsawɔsoɔ na ma akwantufoɔ nso so akoma atumi atɔ ɔmo yam nti ɛyɛ adwumadi a ɛho hia sɛ biribia na yɛne aban no di nsawɔsoɔ sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a yadrabafoɔ no dwumadie no so no ɛbɛyɛ mpuntuo ama wɔn mo
agora yɛba ha no nyɛ easy ɛba nyankopɔn adaroma ɔde ama yɛ awie timpa yɛbɔ sɛ nyankopɔn ne sɛ ɔma yɛ adwuma nkɔ so na afei so deɛ ɛtɔ so mmienu yɛ kwan so nyɛ aban no so ɔmmoɛ na yɛ kwan no ɛsisia sɛ ɛbɛyɛ aka ɛkɔ ba ne adeade no nyinaa bɛboa kawurafoɔ ne aboa timamfoɔ ne apasengyafoɔ.
Abusuafo madaroma yeje abrafo nkrato edi kan abasesia. Abusiafo yesan mama kwa ba yeto akasiebo no eso empanyufo Ghana Centralfo nkabom komoda no ede atudwase nyame ya adoma eye GJ Media Awards nefa etoso eduno nkuno nebekoso ewo Asante Mantemu Kumase na ehonom ena oswafo a wo hwe aban kitahudie ensem so onimunyamfo Felix ofusu kwache ede tudwase obesre Ghana Centralfo se yenyere yehonye adwuma yenye adwuma son pama oman ne yehwe se abribia no yebehwe se aban no beye de ye ama Ghana de hye wo se aban a wabayi de ono de Centralfo adwuma no wo hwe se abribia obema omanya akwenya omo freedom a obia entieti omo fa hodie so na ometimi aye adwuma no eyi yentinsema odetudwa.
We are open to dialogue, we are open to engagement with the media, and in the last 6 weeks to 2 months, if you recall, President Mahama had occasion to engage with the leadership of the Ghana Journalists Association, at which meeting issues of concern to journalists were raised. About a month or two ago, he also held a media encounter where all shades of opinion within the media fraternity were represented. He opened himself up to scrutiny, questions were directed at him, and to the best of his ability, he answered these questions. This is the mark of a leader who believes in transparency. So he continues to urge you to hold his feet to the fire of accountability, subject him to scrutiny, even rigorous scrutiny, even harsh scrutiny. But please ensure that we do this within the boundaries of the law so that collectively we do not endanger our own security. We do know that the media landscape is also challenged. The operations of various media houses are hindered by financial and economic constraints. We do know that media practitioners complain often about poor remuneration and poor working conditions. Government will continue to partner media organizations to explore ways of improving these conditions.
Today marks not merely the unveiling of an annual event, but the renewal of a sacred tradition, one that celebrates excellence, integrity, and the enduring power of the Ghanaian media to shape thoughts, influence change, and safeguard the destiny of our beloved nation. This year's edition of the GJA Media Awards is both significant and historic. For the first time in our history, our flagship national event will be hosted outside Accra under the auspices of no other person than His Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, the Asantehene, at the Menchia Palace in Kumasi on Saturday, November 8, 2025. The decision to host the awards in Kumasi is not merely a change of venue. It is a symbolic statement of inclusivity. It signifies the GJA's commitment to making our association truly national, one that is felt, seen, and celebrated in every region of Ghana. We are deeply honored that Asantehene has graciously agreed to be the patron of this year's event and also for the association.
Yet was so Ediana or Swafo our share apomode ho ensem eye onimunyamfo kwabena minta akando eno no de ato edwase wo mo afiti ase a wonum ewo vaccine mpanie bi na enkwada a wo mo ewo mfinhia ankono kopem mfinhia du enan titiru pa ye mai wano ena wonum ewo sampanie nenso nkrofo keka ho ensem a wo mo chese enye ena enye na enye nenso so obeka e de ache Ghana adihie nyina ase wo mo nhwe na enkwada no wo mo wo esanse ye ka cervical cancer eye kokoramwa eto emayo ana ema wonom akosua kuma no hosa no ena ya na eto ekobasa etimi kumpa ena ha adwene ekira sam ne ye bebre kwa na se wo mo ke cancer sei na yetie ne yankowo a ebedrum rebi no ye de ensa be hye enum aka nenso so enya de a ebetimi aye ho hwe enu nti obesre se saa nsɛm na ɔmokeka no yɛmmɔntungu bibia ni hɔ ɛbɛyɛ na emom ɛbɛbɔ emayewa yi ho ɛban ɛde afiri saa cervical cancer ɛne yade ahodoɔ bi a ɛyɛ a esi.
Let's send our children, our girl child, for vaccination. The vaccines are very, very safe. Yesterday, as we launched the vaccination, my deputy minister took the jab to demonstrate to the whole country that we have not imported poisons for you. So please, we need you to cooperate. These vaccines are exceedingly expensive, if you care to know. The health workers here will bear me out. It will take you not less than 3,000 Ghana cedis. In some cases, 2 doses. It will cost you not less than 3,000 Ghana cedis. And we are determined to vaccinate not less than 2.5 million girls. Do the mathematics. It's huge. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has prioritized that. If you don't bring your girls for this vaccination, this investment goes to waste. And so I urge all of you to make your girls take these vaccines. The mortality rate is too high. Yesterday, as I read my speech, I paused a minute to reflect on it whether I was reading the right statement. But out of the 3,000 new cases, about 2,000 are dying. This is unacceptable. I paused a minute. I didn't believe it. But upon consultation, that is a reality. And so, together, let us all declare a war. It is preventable. And we can all prevent that. Mahama Cares has come to stay. About 43% of our mortalities are due to non-communicable diseases. And leadership solves problems. If that is our problem, then we must find a solution to that. Hence, the establishment of Mahama Cares. This is just the beginning. We are going to do great things.
Immigration officer Eye Ora Stephen King Amwa wenya ne baby kro ya wosusu se wono ankasa nadamfo ena edi na wuno ene court esan eko asetena ewo na asem no eso na asetena na se ena posifo a omo handle case no to court no enim se omo pemre kakra se de beya eye forensic report a ebetimi akire adeko a eku immigration officer no omo sabetimi akade abre omo no mo hia mre kakra enu to omo de to court no enim no court epene so de to dwa se eni nyame ya adomo a October ne boso meni de to so aduonu no ombesan ababetna asem no so ebiem na abra court echo asetena wieye no na immigration officer Stephen King Amoa ne sewa edensem sei eton central for enim
yanya ne mpaboa
odi koye den
ebra no so a odo microphone ne mpaboa ne yanya
na mamu nya we fam
ahaya
na ba se hu ze ne mpaboa
ne dia
na depot na odi kwa koye
anu dia ebra no so a odo ya de mpaboa we koye adi akoma ye nkro
ndia how many days
mo dia mo hwa ni mu mpaboa we na yanya obie ni wa ya de mpaboa ne be ma this one de enye sa de mpaboa we koye wo be hu sunsun ni ya ne time no mo ram no ya de ne ba ye ya de ne ko no ene ye nya sa mpaboa na eti ya fa ne ho nche do mo guide na kopim so obewu o mo chire ko mba guide ade ene koye ya kan say mote there enu anse ye de na ba na ye san de na up and down mo join the cases say mo to a shed that's 24 mo share say ya fan koye say how mo ntimi e keto mo fan kwa kase mu ai ada no mo fan kwa kase mu na busua ye di akwane aba ye ne ye de hie afiri mu say ya no ye nya ni akwanya o ba wonu a wadi ye nyamra sam no e wa akwanya ya guide no and go push ya pushing kwa yene enti o da ma chedi asam bakwa ko ya push ai ya ne ya samo anon
importers any exporters na cheso omo kra ne oma ne omo de ne oma free oman mu ekopie amanone na omo di bi free amanone be pie mu e wo Ghana memu ase omo enkabo mu kuo abo Bank of Ghana abaso omo echese na nsen ahokyere bi baye na omo hunu ne omo enye omo ho ewo dollar no se mo amokai ye kan ho asem kra e de kire mu se omo kwa omo dollar no omo nya bi eno nam so ma Bank of Ghana e de sika bebre me kire dollar no 1.5 billion US dollars ena wode ebegu mu a eneyi wo mo kra neoma ene wo mo de neoma ekọ ne kyese nyame ayadom wo mo ho ha wo pa nti wo befa kwan so na wo mabo Bank of Ghana abaso.
We at Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana have decided to issue a statement to commend the Governor of Bank of Ghana and the management team and the board for such a stiffness. In fact, since they took over in January, from January 2025 to date, the city has appreciated 20%, not depreciated. It has appreciated 20%. And we can see that consistent in terms. Today, if you want to go to the commercial bank to borrow for businesses, indeed, we can no longer borrow at 30% or 35% or at 40% as it used to be done. As at where inflation used to be 54%, primary used to be very high rocketed. No, today, as we speak, if you should go to your bank today and you are a very good negotiator, you can get between 20 and 19%, and that is even good for the business community. And so, we at Importers and Exporters Association, we want to use this opportunity to applaud the governor and the board and the financial management team at the Bank of Ghana, and to say that they should continue to work to bring sustainability to our city, to bring confidence to our economy, and to bring stability into and predictability as well, so that business people will not be scared anytime they want to import into the country. We are grateful, and then we continue to support the good work of the Bank of Ghana.
Parliamentary Committee eba no nkronkuma memuo ehumpuntu nsem so omoda no ede kokobosronko pa akwa maye Metropolitan Municipal ene District Chief Executive somo omaimu afa na nyina se omunya hweyi esanse foto a yabo ato honom ama adehye a sebe omedi dem anaso mato sini omni pedua kwa baabi no wate se ebinum eye sika ne basabasa de wo se omode ye no omumfa sika ne nyento omode kokobosronko ekwa ma wo.
A lot of you are doing that. Please, we have captured more than 10. So please, with all due respect, okay, let's handle them well. Let's make sure their monies are not spent. Anybody listening, we are not going to allow that. And we are going to make fears, like report about it that anybody who does say C should happen, D should happen. So don't fall into that trap.
Obviously, you will be held responsible for a person deducted from the people's accounts. Look for ideas and do that. Don't ever touch any PWP accounts. But I'm saying, in fact, it's something that people. So please, you are doing so well. Governance perfect, and I know this didn't happen in your era. This is 2024 audits. We are putting on record. So it is not that but you inherited it. You are inheriting this liability, and it's a warning.
Madam Chair, thank you so much. You made it right on the edge. It became like a scheme, for lack of a better word. That let's delay whatever we use the amount that is meant for PWD. Let's delay it so that when we are hard pressed for cash, then we fall on it. I think that now is the time for us to put a stop to it. This infraction we expect will not repeat itself by next year. If it does, I think every necessary punitive action ought to be applied.
People are struggling to survive. And our family members who for no count of years are disabled, and the least we can do to them. At least it's our money that are meant for them. They don't have to wait for them to come and ask for the money before you release the money. They're like what said, oh, we are doing something else, you are waiting for them. I don't know if it's proper. And as the vice chairman has said, the committee is going to make sure that any accept that kind of money will call you that you pay for your own pocket.
Adeshima mayanya boafo nkra to etosumi no embrasisia.
Ebusiafo yesan mama kwa abayetwa ensem no so ede amamo na Youth Employment Agency adwumayefo be ahasa na omo aye wo ye kire dendenden dia de srede eto ye mampanyi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enim se nadaroma wonhwe no market ya emra ye fo madwumam ekobe abosumi dunie kapre mai ntomo sre no nadaroma wonhwe na sika no monsa entiminka
Ejumafo ne bia omo aye ejuma e wo Youth Employment Agency mekire YEA beye bosume beye enkron e kire se enya ade a Ghana ban atua omo na mra omo ye nsamtwerefo nhyemude e wo Kumase e wasante mantema no omo akire mu a be December 1 2024 e no omo hyase se omo ye ejuma e wo Youth Employment Agency na efiri wono ebepem samre 2025 enya ade a omo nya akatua eno na ejumafo yi a omo dodo beye 300 abepiem ewo Kumase wasante mantema omo kire se omo sre Ghana mampanyine His Excellency John Dramani Mahama se omo ye Ghana fo omo bre omo ye adwuma na kwan omo fa so efa omo adwuma no eyade a omo ekọ eye interview eye Public Service Commission eye ema omo nya tumi ansana ye fa omo adwuma omo nim adekuro ntia ye ntua omo ka omo gusu a omo eye adwuma emra omo eye nsamtwerefo nhyemude no owura osei yawo akoto ene gina ne nuanom anan kasaye
afie twam 2024 ana agency no eye advertisement say wanya financial crimes ne technical crimes ntiemra na wa be pass interview ne yemfo adwuma edimra so ko pepepe say the agency ne ye no wa adwuma mu free samre no be kane aye bosumi edu enie eni akiri yentu aye kada bopni esio se adentina saye koso eye bosumi menu afi mu ene di nkomo chemu kire se ya dwuma na ye fa ye no na mmara kwan so enti yenko ya chiniensa nko ya dwuma se de ye ndadada na anokwasem se nyina ya wa dwuma mu a beka na ye no mo kasen ye nyantu ayeka enti atwere de komasi yo se ye bese yesrem na ebusa no de enti a ya fa dwuma na nsu yentu ayeka ya twere de ma no wan hye na memu e papa bia enti se yenkonkonhunu mranini na emra kwan so no kwan a ye befa so a ye betime atua eka no onyama ye vat ye mranini nso twere koma agency no ebisa ne se adenti no ntua eka na demand se ontua eka agency no ma ye mranini ne te se ne nsa kan yankrata no na on behwehwem kakra na yate wo monka busumi nsia no awieye ye twani mu abusumi nsia na awieye ante so beka ne ya bona yentinka nti ya frem hane se ya sramwara ya pese ya mfadwa atoa enkosi ya mampanyin John Dramani Mahama so
na sansem yi ho na waye e de krata pia bontin na krata no emu nsem na making wo se wo mo ate se eni enipa bese 300 bi a wo mo ehese yentwa mo ka eno ye bosome maako edu na wo mo besi su people de edi kan Chief Executive Officer said the musika se bosome edu a obaye no enye bosome du eye bosome nwotwe ena obaye February ena ye bo ni din ya ofiti adwuma se afe no so kra nko na wieye ena waba be ka se eye edu eye nwotwe afe oba office no wo mo no mo wo ho nyina wo mo ye adwumayefo no ade a wo mo board no wo mo wo edin no ni bibia wo ho a board no gitu mu ema wo mo sign share se o mo nya audit nti wo mo ye audit hweye ema wo mo ya fa wo mo adwuma mu wo ho nyina de obia ye de na to payroll so ayetwa wo mo ka obia ni ho a efi se ye gi wo mo tumi start tua wo mo ka no apa ho ba kokra enti ekobasa na akwakoye te se bia asem wo mo ka no se ya na se na enso so de ombetimi aka ene se adwumayefo ni bi wo ho a na omo wo ho se contractors enti based on contract o ma hyeda hyehye hyehye ena anipa no wo ho na enso so ono ba ye no a wo ba betena akonwa so no na wo mo contract no awu enti se awu saa ye ka kire mo se adwuma mo ye ede ema wa yiye no mo nko mo directors no ho so ombesan ma mo contract no foforo bi ewu a omo nso omo koye no ya ma omo contract foforo ene ye de wo mo ato payroll so enti kamia se wo mo a wo mo kan wo mo nhye na nim ba bia wo mo kan e de afiri aba na afa so wo mo aba beka enti se ye ka se ye ide empanimfo e kire se wo madwumayefo mu nim wo mo ɛna wo ma ye audit enti e bia na wo de na eye contractors anase bibi ene sese wo mo ye eti se ye kasa ye ide wo mo nya sure se wo mo eye wo adwuma ye fo enti Sadiq Musa ono ye director corporate affairs na ne nsa ehye sakrata yi ase adrobafo ene adehyomo kojoku ebo eye nyinya no gumwa ismens ni mu ehye makwan enye kra na chese omu edi yaw pa wo mumra shibedwe ni no emu obaye no wode tudwa se ekwan no so moto abama na obeye nanso osi free mre moto abama na oba so onsi kromu hoda eye onimunyamfo Desmond the Graft pay to ntomo sere se boshe na ohye na omra na omedi so
insuo to a na passes fo nyina kaka so a obi aso wonko nye nyaka aba MP a owa ha Honorable Desmond ye kasa aso wonte ye but abato de no aba se ye nto abama no ya to ama no manawi ni but enipa ne ye wa ha no timamfo ne ye to aba no ma no ondwere ye ho
onso ontie ye kasa na ye kasa no ontie mai se grade na omudi ama omai kura no se bibi kura dia cancel for machine kura dia omo be grade su kakra mai na ekwan no enye ha kakra mai nipa yan drivers ye bitimi akolo wa akofo passing nsuo to se na se ya 2 days and nsuo to is no ko kaso nipa se zu go ka ni timi mba
aban wa o party for ha na ma muso ka kire no e ka meba e hu no
and you Honorable Desmond your paucho brana baby bi maye esa wo ma bibia ya sa to ama obiom uda so te so ye first ni ye kan wo se na maban ne so se se wa ban wo so
Adeshima hase na ede kase bonusi ye kai o se president de ohia bi na ade atwusi anopa ene anwumre store na wo dan na chi wono kwa benya president ato ebo ne dafom ene ye papa nso ema wo sen eye kama ema enum kankan so eko o wa ahodo a wo kwa ubenya wo so ene wo adie wo mo aso yasene afei ye ntade ehye ye clothing palace wo mo ena ehye ye ntade kama ema ntade papa fie any clothing palace Mr. Omo wo Accra unya dru love anim ho ahwabresan na edi ewo wanim pe no eho ena wonom ewo mepacha wo mu number na 0271998313 0271998313
She salon enable meeting so emame oweja wone West Hills Mall ena edi enhwani mo pe okwa shela be show kama ama wa ho fe no adanso number ni 0558611842 0558611842 anyway ya ide kase we be so abna be yi